the mic, talking day and spilling life, from trending memes to wildest dreams. Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what's going down? We're lighting up this whole damn town. Strange and trending every week. Bestie vibes that'll never peak.
Richard, so the Heaney family was like super chaotic family vibes is kind of what I got
like to
from
call
them.
themselves an adventurous family. They were
Yes.
a storm chaser family.
They did every adventure thing together. Richard and the family start building a flying saucer.
Yes.
And it
Kicking stuff around about
Yeah.
the thing not being tethered down.
the kid is like, Falcon's in the ship, and you can hear that going on in the background.
Can't see Falcon. Right.
Yeah. And they're like, where's Falcon? And then all of a sudden they're like, what? Wait, what? What are you saying?
Right.
And they're like, Falcon is in the ship. The balloon's descending. The car guy, the journalist or whatever, meets him there, and he grabs his camera and he's like running over there as fast as he can. And, you know, within like not even a minute or two after him, you know, EMTs and
The
everyone,
whole rest of everybody else.
all
fled
the other
and-
news
right.
media
so
is
he's
like
the
there.
only one like actively reporting on the scene as like EMS
Yes.
is like trying to get the boy out.
They're going after the parents, like, because everyone now thinks this is a hoax.
Right.
And that they did this on purpose. They're in the echo chamber.
The echo chamber.
Yeah.
I mean,
But do you
like,
really
you
believe that?
have
Do you
to-
really believe that, or are you just saying that
I mean,
because
but
because people are telling you to believe that?
Basic-
Hey guys, welcome to Girl Did You Hear?
the ultimate bestie hangout. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Kristen. Today is episode 57.
Yes.
Yes, we have a fun one for you. Gonna switch it up a little bit. Take a little break from the crimey stuff.
I mean, this is still kind of like rides the line of like
A little
hoax,
Yeah.
a scam,
yeah,
maybe
scandals. Yeah,
Yeah. So I mean, it does. I mean, crime is a huge spectrum.
It
so
is.
we're still dipping our toes in the pool of what we're intending to do. We're
Yes.
just shifting off of murder.
Murder.
There was no murder in this one.
No, there was not. It is part of the Trainwreck series.
Such a good series.
Yes, we watched Balloon Boy. Totally entertaining.
Very.
Very entertaining. It happened in 2009,
Yes.
October 2009, which I had only lived in Colorado for a few months. I had moved out here in July.
Yeah, this
in
is
09.
a local story to us.
Yes.
This happened in Fort Collins.
Yes. So we felt like it was coming up on October. It's been like 16 years.
Yep.
You know, like almost coming up around that time. Thought it would be a good time
When this happened, a nice little anniversary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Not sure if our viewers have heard of this. It was a national story.
It got national really
Yeah.
quick. Yeah.
So I'm
please.
hoping they did. If not, definitely go watch it.
I mean, we're going to tell a little bit of the story as we go.
We'll tell most of it.
Yeah, we're going to tell the story.
So if you didn't watch it, you could just,
I mean, you're going to watch us and then you're going to be curious
yes.
and then watch
And you'll be like, I need to actually see what's going on.
Trainwreck,
Yes.
Balloon Boy.
So it starts off with the Heaney family.
Mm-hmm.
We have the dad, Richard,
Richard,
mom,
Mayumi.
Mayumi, and they have 3 boys.
I do not remember the first 2. I'm sorry. I only remember Falcon,
Falcon
the youngest one.
was the youngest one. The middle one was Rio, and then Bradford was the oldest one.
Right.
So at the time, Falcon was 6. I don't remember how old the middle one was, but Bradford was 10 at the time of the incident. Dun, dun, dun. So Richard, so the Heaney family was like super chaotic family vibes is kind of what I
They
got
like to
from
call
them.
themselves an adventurous family. They were
Yes.
a storm chaser family.
They did every adventure thing together, and they built stuff together. His dad or their dad was like an inventor, scientist. He had a history as a contractor, like that's what his like trade was, and then I guess he left that and like went on this huge science passion, and just like they did all these experiments together, as a family, and like built things, and like it was really cool to like see like their little like home movies of all of this stuff, right? Because back then it was like home movies back in the early
2000s.
2000s.
Yeah, 2009.
It looked, it's all like old and nostalgic looking. It's
back
cool.
when you had like that video recorder with
Yeah.
like the little flip screen. That
Yes,
you watched.
we still have one of those upstairs.
So do we.
So this is like kind of the vibe of the family.
Right.
Super friendly people. The neighborhood they lived in, the neighbors didn't complain about them, had good things to say, very loving parents involved, whatever.
Right.
So in 2009, October is when Richard and the family start building a flying saucer.
Yes.
And it's huge. It was like 20 feet wide, and I forget, like 6 or 7 feet tall or something like that, in his backyard. And I don't know what.
In suburbia.
Yes. Like.
So his neighbors said that they could see
it over
their backyard, the Heaney's backyard, from their bedroom window.
Yes. It literally.
So
as they were saying that, I'm literally thinking of like our upstairs, because in
like you
our
can
bedroom
see
window,
someone else's
I can
bedroom.
see our neighbor's whole backyard.
Right.
So if they were building a flying saucer, I would have front view of
You
it.
would just, you'd have like the best seat in the house.
Yes, 100%.
Right.
So could you imagine just like, you're like, what are these guys doing now?
What is all of that?
What are they doing?
Aluminum
Like,
foil
I would be
looking
so
stuff.
fascinated if they were
Yeah,
my neighbors.
same.
Like, what are they up to?
Yeah, like what are they doing now?
So
Heenies.
so they're like in it. The kids are building it. Everyone's involved
Yo, it's
building.
a flying saucer, man.
Yes,
According
like-
to Mayumi, Richard's been wanting to build a flying saucer since 1979.
She did say that, and I
So
thought it was
it's
so
been
funny.
on his bucket list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was so funny that it was like that specific date, and like I didn't know that she was gonna say that. And when she said that date, I was like, oh,
so on point.
very specific.
Like, jeez.
Did you know the actual date, or was it just in
Was
that
it something
year?
that he confessed to you during that, like, I don't know.
honeymoon
I don't know,
stage?
probably.
I don't know. So
1979.
that's so funny. So it took him like 2 weeks roughly to build this flying saucer.
Correct.
Richard tells Mayumi, is it Mayumi or Mayumi?
I think it's Mayumi.
Mayumi. Okay. If I mess it up, I'm sorry. I am the worst with pronunciations with
Mrs.
weird-
Heaney, maybe?
Mrs. Heaney,
Yeah.
the mom. Okay.
The mom.
Anyways, Richard tells mom to go tie down the flying saucer.
Mm-hmm.
And so she does, whatever, and they're getting ready to like launch the thing in the air. So the idea behind it was he wanted it was tethered, so it would go like 20 feet up in the air.
Right.
And they wanted to like observe it. I love that. With cameras or whatever, and just see like how it was moving. So it was designed with helium. That's how it was like able
Inflated,
to
yeah.
inflate. Yeah, I'm all design. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you.
Okay.
And they go to launch it, and Bradford, the oldest, I'm pretty sure, one of the kids has the camcorder and he's recording it, whatever, and it's going up, and they're so happy and cheering, and then it just keeps going up, and the tethers break.
Yeah.
And it's just going in
and
the
then
air.
the whole attitude shifts. Everybody
And
starts
chaos
cussing. He's like,
freaks.
I told you to tether it down. And she's like, I did. He's like, I told you to tether
No,
it
he's
down.
like, I fucking told you.
He's
And he's
she's
like
I
kicking
did,
stuff.
I did. And then the oldest, the one that's like video recording all of this, which I don't understand because the camera angles here, because you get a video perspective of the kid with a video camera. So I guess the other kid's holding a camera
Maybe there
too.
was 2 cameras.
That's fair. You get
But
a
there-
perspective of like
there
the
was
kid
only-
saying, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
go
don't have. Where's Falcon? I
Yeah.
can't find Falcon."
He's in the ship.
He's
Falcon's
in
in
the
the ship.
ship.
You can
Yeah.
hear as Richard's screaming
Like
about
kicking stuff around about
Yeah.
the thing not being tethered down.
the kid is like, Falcon's in the ship, and you can hear that going on in the background.
Can't see Falcon. Right.
Yeah. And they're like, where's Falcon? And then all of a sudden they're like, what? Wait, what? What are you saying?
Right.
And they're like, Falcon is in the ship. And the parents are like, what? No way. And so then energy shifts again to like, where's this kid?
Right.
So a little context on Falcon. He was the youngest of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like the mischievous one, always getting into stuff, always hiding in places. He was known for that.
Right.
They said.
Right.
Always finding little tiny
Like
places.
fun hiding places.
Yes.
Fun new hiding places.
Yes. And he was 6 years old.
Right.
And so he also loved the flying saucer. Like when they were building it, he kept going inside of it because there was a little compartment where all the controls were for the helium and all of that, right?
Right.
And there was not enough room for a lot of people, but he could fit in that
Like
compartment.
a 6-year-old. 6-year-olds are pretty small.
Yeah, they're super tiny, dude. They could fit anywhere.
Right.
And so he would always go in there and he would get in trouble like
They're like,
for
"Get him
going
out."
in there.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah,
get out, you know. And the freaking dad and mom, first the dad calls the FAA
Right.
before 911.
Like,
he didn't know who to
and
call
then the
at first.
FAA is like, you should probably call 911.
And he's like, okay.
Oh, okay. Fine.
So then he
Well, I mean, I get what he was trying to do. He's like, well, because something's in the air, and
Yeah,
I don't
and
want
he's
like
like,
random airplanes to like
especially with his thinking his kid is in
thinking
there.
his kid's in there.
Yeah. So then he calls 911. 911's like, what? Like, what are you saying?
Right.
And keeps asking him the same questions. He probably gets irritated with them.
Gets frustrated. He hands the phone off to Mayumi.
Yes. And she's also, as she's like telling the interview, you know, in the
She's like,
documentary.
I'm saying the same thing he told them. I don't know why they're asking me these questions.
Yeah. And she's like, I don't know why it's taking so long for them to do anything, you know, like to
Right.
jump on it or whatever.
Right,
Right.
like,
she's like,
They just keep asking
it
me the
seems
same questions.
Yeah,
they asked
yes,
him.
it's way out of the ordinary.
Right.
You know, I'm sure people were probably like, what? They're like, Debbie, get over here. You got to hear this.
Yeah, no joke.
Chad, come over
This
here.
is
You know, you gotta
real.
listen to this.
Yeah.
So police get involved. They come to the house, right?
Right. They searched the house.
Search the house 3 times.
Yep.
We'll come back to that. Did not find the boy there.
The boy was not in the house.
No. Richard contacts the news, and it was during like an Obama thing. And there's like an Obama like rally or something was going on, and they showed like the news clip, and then the news lady's like, breaking news. There seems to be a little boy possibly stuck in the flying saucer. It like took over like whatever was happening with the presidential thing at that time, you know? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. So like Jimmy from Skycopter 9.
Yes.
Like our local news agency
Yes.
gets alerted to it. And so they run out there and hop in like their news
The
helicopter.
hell, yeah. And
And they're searching for it. They're searching for it. And they finally see it. And it's at 10,000 feet in the air.
yeah, bro. And it's fucking cruising.
It's cruising.
It is just flying through the air. Like it looked like someone referenced it as like one of those like old school like popcorn.
Jiffy Pop.
Yes.
Dude, I love those.
It looked exactly like that.
It
Those are
did.
bomb. Do they make those anymore?
Yeah, they're hard to find though.
That sounds really
They're
good
kind
right
of
now.
obscure.
I'm so
I know.
hungry.
Popcorn, right?
But
like-
I need all the food.
I can't believe that like it went national. It
Yes.
like it was
Within-
local, right? Because I remember I was at work, and this comes up on the news, and I'm standing in the waiting area of the dealership I worked at with my coworker, and we're watching the TV in the waiting area, and we're like, this is not real. There's no way.
That's
like
crazy.
it was wild to watch it live because in your mind you're kind of scared for this family because you're like,
Yeah.
holy cow, there's
Like,
a little boy in
yeah.
this balloon, and now I realize this balloon is floating around at 10,000 feet.
And
There's actually a
how
kid in there.
fast it's going. And
He's
I'm
gonna
like,
fall from that far.
yeah. And there was a lady that had reported that she thought she saw something fall
Yeah,
from
she took
the
like
saucer.
a picture and there was like something dropping from. Now, whether or not it was like a part of the
Yeah, who
saucer or
knows?
whatever, but like there was like photo evidence of something falling from it. And I'm so like, I remember this and I remember
so
thinking
crazy.
that like this is so bizarre. And like, as the story grows, it just gets even weirder.
So weird. Okay. It goes to national news.
So it gets to the national news and-
within like hours. Like
dude.
not even because
like
this
it
whole-
gets to national news before the balloon hits the ground.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't remember how long it was in the
So,
air.
I wrote it down. At 2 hours and 20 minutes in is when they possibly saw something fell from the saucer.
Holy cow.
Oh, 2 hours in the air. The media is going chaotic, trying to find it. And yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
That's
2
crazy.
hours. Like we went national
That quick,
that
bro.
quick.
So then so there's a guy on the ground, like a journalist of some sort on the ground in the car.
Right.
And so they notice after a while that the balloon or the saucer or whatever is starting to descend
It's
and
deflating.
deflating.
Yeah.
You know, it's losing helium or whatever. And they're like, shit, like we need to get to the freaking thing.
Right. We need to see if there's anything in there.
Yeah. So there somehow, I don't know how the freaking guy in the car on the ground got there at the exact
I'm sure
time.
he was like watching it. Like he's like driving with it.
But
as
like
it's-
any sort of wind gust that would have came and shifted, it would have taken that saucer a completely different direction. And then that guy he wouldn't have been able to drive fast enough over there.
I don't know. I
Maybe-
mean,
I
I'm
don't
sure
know.
its descent was probably slow enough to where he could
I don't know.
track it enough.
I thought the timing of that
I've
was
never
pretty...
chased a helium balloon before, so I have no reference on
I
that.
don't either. But yeah. So the freaking... I just want to say, like, the adrenaline of watching this whole thing, like, break out, like, I was like, what is going on? You know, I was like, is
this the
kid
first
in
time
there?
you've heard of this story?
Well, no. Like, I knew that
this happened?
No, I knew that it happened. Yeah.
Right.
But, like, I don't recall.
I don't
like,
remember seeing
I
that
had
footage.
just moved out here.
Right,
You know,
right,
like,
right.
it wasn't something... like really on my radar at that time,
Yeah.
you know?
Little boys in balloons.
So anyway, so the balloon's descending, the car guy, the journalist or whatever meets him there and he grabs his camera and he's like running over there as fast as he can. And, you know, within like not even a minute or two after him, you know, EMTs and
the
everyone,
whole rest of everybody else,
all
fled
the other
and-
news
right.
media
so
is
he's
like
the
there.
only one like actively reporting on the scene as like EMS
Yes.
is like trying to get the boy out.
And
Supposedly,
the boy was not there.
no, there was nothing in the balloon.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So where did this kid go?
The police couldn't find him.
No.
He's not in the balloon.
No. Not
Was he that little smudge that fell out and fell to the ground earlier?
I don't know.
Where is he?
So gosh, that's gotta be like devastating though. Like, could you imagine like the emotional
Getting the news. Well, so like here's the
stress
thing.
that the parents are going through at that time.
I read in here somewhere. This
In
is
your
ago.
own notes?
I wrote that. How long ago I wrote them? Hours. That he didn't have enough money to pay, as he put it. Sorry,
Yes.
not calling him poor, but he said that he didn't have cable. He
No.
didn't have like TV, so he wasn't watching this live.
No.
I mean, granted, there were like cops in his house, like giving him the report from like
No, but the
what-
whole country is
watching this on TV.
Yeah,
and he is not.
I would have like been like, cop, I need to go to the fucking neighbor's house or
Can
something.
you bring me a TV?
Something. Like, can
this
you
is
pull it up somewhere?
2009, man.
Yeah.
We had the internet.
We did. Like, there's got to stream it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know? So like, I can't believe he stayed there and didn't have like if I knew something was live streaming of that, I would 100%
I would want to
be
see it
near
live.
the stream.
Yeah.
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 So they don't find the boy
In the balloon.
in the balloon. He's gone.
No boy in the balloon. So the search continues.
They do a whole grid search of the area. It was like 55 miles or something like that they had to like backtrack. That they
figure out
felt
where
like was the
he
general
might have,
area
like-
could have fallen out,
Yeah.
perhaps. And then guess what happens?
He gets hungry.
Little boys, that hunger will hit, and sometimes it hits hard.
It's hard.
And then they come out of their hiding places.
and then get out of their little hungry hole. And then they comes toddling into the room
Where-
full of police officers and reporters and his family. And like some guys like, who are you? And he's like, I don't know. Who are you?
Who are you?
And his mom's like, oh my gosh, Falcon. And then
And
like,
then
so
he just appears.
He just appears in the house.
And everyone's like, what
He
the fuck?
he was in the house the whole time.
the entire time.
The whole time he was in the house.
How many times did the police search?
3 times.
3 times. 3.
The cops missed it.
3 times.
Where was he hiding?
In the garage attic.
Yeah, it was his new favorite hiding spot, or
Ding, ding,
so as
ding.
he said.
Yeah.
Like,
And I mean, the parents also searched the house, but
Right.
they were also in a freaking panic.
Right.
They thought he was in, you know what I mean? Like, I understand why they missed.
because their brain is like, he's in the balloon,
Correct.
but like we're just gonna,
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Working on the bounty hunting show,
Mm-hmm.
we searched plenty of houses. Like, and
Right, for like
the object,
suspects.
The object
Yeah.
was production to hide the suspect for the bounty hunters to find.
Right.
So we had to find the best hiding places in houses and watch people search these. Like, it's not that difficult to search houses and notice. You just have to look up every once in a while,
Right.
You know?
I mean, I have an attic. Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. In this gigantic ass house,
Yeah.
I bet you do.
Never been up there. I'm kind of
Nope.
scared.
It's full of spooky stuff and spiders.
Yes. Anyways, so Falcon comes out. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, you know, freaking out. And they're like, where were you? And he told them.
Yeah. He's in the
He's like, I was in the garage attic or whatever, you know? And then things take a turn
for the worst.
for the worst. And the freaking, so the next morning, they're showing him, they have like news reporters over there or whatever.
Yeah, there's a ton of people just
Yeah,
trying to
and
like figure
Falcon
out what the
is
heck is
literally
going on.
showing the reporters like how where he got
into the hidey hole.
Yeah.
And it's okay, so I can see where it is a little misleading, right? Because we're talking about a 6-year-old boy and the media.
Correct.
And according to Falcon, the reporter asked him, hey, can you show me where you went and hid for my show?
Yes. Specifically for my show.
For my show.
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Healing is being told by people he trusts, I imagine, you need to do an interview. You need to do an interview. You need to get out in front of this. You need to like squash this. You need to put this down. So he gets
something.
He gets, I think the day of, he gets pulled out. He's got little Falcon in his arms and he does a little interview there and he looks just completely discombobulated. Like it's a bad interview.
Yeah.
Like he does not do himself any justice.
No.
And then, so after that, everybody else is like, hey, you should do something else. So they choose Larry King to do an interview for, and this is where it all unravels.
Yeah, it was on live TV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the whole family's there, you know, and I forget like what question
they asked.
it was asked, but the little boy like casually says, you told us to do it for the show or something like that.
Yeah.
And the parents were like, and even the brothers were like, what? Like,
Right.
What did you just say?
Right.
And to me, that reaction seemed very genuine.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel the same?
Well, yeah. I mean, well, first of all, he's 6 years old and he's mumbling. I understand what it's like not to be able to be heard because sometimes I talk really quiet or really fast or with, no
Mumbles
enunciation.
yeah,
I get it. Like I watched that with my own eyes because they showed the interview in the documentary and I could have a hard time understanding what he was saying.
Yes, me too.
But like you're sharp enough to pick up on the fact that he said for the show and you're like, well, wait, because that's really the only thing I heard.
Right.
And so I can understand why everybody's like, whoa, wait, what?
What? Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yes. But the reaction from the parents when they were like, what did you just say? Like that reaction to me was genuine too.
Right.
You know
but
what
it
I
was
mean?
blown all out of proportion.
Yes. So everyone kind of like was like, when that happened.
Wait a minute.
And they're like, they did it for the show. So then they find out that in 2008, the freaking, this was a left ball.
Do you remember that show?
Yeah, I used to watch it.
Wife Swap. I
Yes.
even remember this episode.
I think I do too. Actually, when they
I mean,
were
like
showing,
faintly. It was a long
when they
time
were showing
ago.
clips of it, I was like, this seems familiar to me.
Yeah.
And the guy Richard seemed familiar to me too.
Dick, dude.
Yeah, so he kind of seems like he has a little bit of anger issues.
Maybe he's a little eccentric.
Yeah, I can understand like someone with the mind that he has. I can understand they don't have a lot of patience or self-control,
Social graces.
for stuff that's not conducive to them.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah,
They're
yeah.
just
I've experienced that.
You know what I mean? They're just like,
yeah.
this is stupid. Get it out of
I
here.
don't
I
care
don't need
about
this.
this. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just like whatever, you know? Or
Right.
if you know, it could be he could have a little tick of the tism.
You know,
in
I mean,
there,
there's
you
a
know?
ton of things
There's
that
a lot
could make
of
him the way that
options.
he is.
Yes.
Right.
But he is super, super smart.
Yes.
I felt like a lot of clips they were showing of him, they were trying to make it seem like he was very like that he was that he had anger issues, that he was yelling all the time, that he was, you know, crazy or doing all these experiments, stuff like that. Like a lot of the clips that I saw in the show, it made me feel like they were trying to paint the picture of him as that type of person.
I don't know, just him during the interview, he seemed like a very intense guy.
Yeah.
Like, and so
I think that's just how he
I've
is.
dealt with intense people and they are very reactive.
Yes.
And that's how I would describe him.
Yes. Yeah. And I've worked with and dealt with people that are very intelligent and, you know, kind of it could be very similar to him, you know, in a lot of ways. And they are very reactive.
Yeah.
In that sense. So like not to excuse the behavior by any means, but I can understand why.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't think it was okay for people to try to make it seem like that was a bad thing or
Right.
that, you know, that was part of his character and, you know, like to make him seem like he was a shitty person,
Right.
you know? Anyways, so the freaking, the news comes out that they're on Wife Swap, that they were on Wife Swap in 2008.
Right.
So this is before.
This is a year prior.
Correct. And
So they've already got the kiss of fame. The
Yes.
kiss, they know how television works.
yes, they say. So
the interview with the wife from Wife Swap, dude.
oh my God, the psychic.
she's like, oh, I knew the boy wasn't in there. I knew. And they're like, how did you know? And she's like, well, I'm psychic. And then I was like,
okay. No, you did not. Just say
but then
that.
she goes to explain that like, Richard, she
was
the
wife.
Yeah, the wife of the other family.
Her name was
I cannot remember.
It was Cherie something.
But like a short little brief description of what Wife Swap is. It's basically if we were to draw an example, my family and your family would trade us
Yes.
for a time, and then you would live by my house rules and I would live by your house rules, and then for a week it would change, and then I would make your house live by my rules and you would make my house live by your rules, and then they videotaped this and put it on television for people to watch.
Yes.
So you can imagine
Great reality TV.
There's
They don't
gonna
make
be
reality TV like that
not
anymore.
like this anymore.
This
you
was
know what
like
I'm
early
saying?
2000s, man.
Genuine content.
Yes. But
Just like this, like and subscribe.
like and
So-
subscribe. Nice.
So like it's fodder, right? So
Yeah.
this Wife Swap show is already designed not to make you look your best.
No.
So the Heenies have already gotten like a kind of a kiss of fame. Like they understand this is what happens when I go on TV. I get popular,
Right.
good or bad.
They might like heighten, you know,
Right.
reactions a little
Right.
bit more than they normally would.
So
right.
the wife that they swapped
And,
with
hold
said,
on. I
"Oh,
just want to say,
yeah.
when you're on shows like that, they tell you to do that type of shit.
Yeah, they tell you get a little extra.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and they not only tell you, a lot of times they antagonize.
They goat you.
Yes. To like create scenarios or situations. They do that shit on purpose, people. Anyways, go on.
She was saying that she had predicted that this was going to happen. No, that she had kind of seen that Richard was that kind of guy.
Yes.
That would do this for the gram, if you will, or would do this for the clout or the show, or would do this for the attention is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to drive at. So she's like, I knew the boy wasn't up there, but I knew that he was like creating this scenario for the views.
And she also did say that she said that Richard and that he was a very loving and caring dad.
Right.
Which was really good to
he's a
hear.
genuine guy.
Yeah.
But he's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Which is nice, you know, like, I mean, you got to have a little cray cray with the non cray cray, I guess.
That's very fair.
So, so that news comes out, and during this time, like, social media is just hammering him,
Hating on them.
like just berating him.
He's a 6-year-old boy.
You know, like they're going after the parents, like, because everyone now thinks this is a hoax,
Right.
and that they did this on purpose, and that the parents you know, convinced their kids to be a part of it or whatever, whether they did it unknowingly. Everyone thinks that it's a hoax, and that's how the picture is painted.
Yeah.
To the public.
I mean, yeah.
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 So then things still keep going. Why am I sitting like this?
I don't know. Like, you have turned full
I know.
confrontation.
Like, I need to not sit still, Kristen.
She can't. She
Stop.
can't. She tries.
I don't even know what happens after that. After the
So the Larry King interview happens, right?
Yeah, no.
Falcon fudges that one up.
Yeah.
Another interview happens.
Yeah.
And
because
Falcon
he's
gets like physically sick. I mean, because we have to also keep in mind, he is just a 6-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He's just a little kid. And this is stressful for his parents because now he's getting accused of being a liar. Basically, his whole family's under scrutiny for this.
Yes.
And like,
there's
they can
media
read
taking
the
over
emotions.
their whole street.
I know. So they try and go on again and like clear stuff up and be precise. And like Falcon gets sick and like the whole
vibe is just off.
And so like America digs in deeper, or
yes,
I should say, they get to the point to where Richard thinks that, hey, you know what? Just to show that people that this wasn't fake, that I wasn't just doing this for the views, I'm going to release my home video.
Yeah.
That was not a good idea.
No. So this is the video where you see them, you know, for the first
balloon,
time,
like lifting off and the
for
tethers
time.
breaking.
Yep.
and
him freaking out.
Yeah.
And, you know, the whole chaotic scene and, you know, happening or whatever.
Right.
And the public and everyone is just tearing that video apart because they're thinking that he's doing it, that he's over the top, that he's acting, that this is all
that
for
all of his
show.
reactions are for like the camera.
And I did not feel that way.
Dude, I would be panicked and cursing, and yeah, I would be upset.
I felt like his reaction was 100% genuine for the situation. Yeah. I didn't feel like it was over the top or that it was fake or that he was trying to do anything for show or for the camera at that time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because like that was just like, because it's something that he was so passionate about, and then for it to like come like to fruition, and then it's like it was supposed to
horribly wrong.
It was not supposed to just keep going into the sky, and then all of a sudden it's a huge catastrophe.
And then we add
like,
an extra element of, oh my God, your kid's in that too.
Yeah. And then you're like, shit. Like he even said, like, did one of my experience kill my kid?
Just like kill my kid.
Like you know, and I don't think that he was ingenuine in saying that.
No, I don't. And I mean, I don't think this Richard Heaney guy is a bad guy at all.
No, not at all.
It's just unfortunately, because he is eccentric, he's getting viewed in such a negative lens.
Very negative. So yeah, he just gets taken apart. After releasing that video. And then what happened after that?
So basically what happens is after he releases that video, the cops are like, we gotta charge him.
They did,
because
they arrested him on 4 charges.
So the way that they got him into the police station though was kind of shisty. Yeah. So they're like, hey, come get your balloon. We got your balloon ready for you. Come pick it up. Come get your stuff, Mr. Heaney. And he's like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. I'm going to go get my balloon and then go back home. No, sir. You didn't get your balloon and go back home. You went to the sheriff's office and got a polygraph instead.
Yeah, they lied to him to get him down there. And I love, hate the little freaking comment that the whatever sheriff, detective, whatever one of the guys said in the documentary where he was like, we used that tactic to get him in. But
I know.
we didn't have any intentions of giving him the saucer back.
He was
and I'm like,
proud of
motherfucker,
it. Like,
you
it's his
lied
property,
to him.
bro.
That is not a tactic. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it is a tactic, but it's shitty.
It's just not a good one.
No, it's shitty that like, in a way, it just like made me like really like have like the little light bulb moment where I was like, wow.
But this is also the same guy that him and his team of police buddies or sheriff buddies or cop buddies,
Yeah.
whatever jurisdiction they were in, him and his people searched the house and could not find the 6-year-old boy
3 times, searched
in the
3
attic.
times, 3
So
times.
it seems like I understand that everybody makes mistakes and things get overlooked because, I mean, we have been doing crime cases for a hot second now, and that just seems to be the trend.
Yeah. Totally.
You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
So I get it. Stuff gets missed, but the arrogance on this guy, like I want to know where he finds the audacity.
That was, I think, what was
This is what
irritating
puts me off when he made that comment.
Yeah, I think
I was
that's
like,
probably what it was for me. Because I was like,
kind of shiesty,
really?
my guy.
Like, no.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I understand police use tactics to get information out of you, but also
The joke's on them though.
yes, yeah, it
Because
is.
Richard like just did everything you could when you look up on the internet on how to bomb a polygraph. He did all of it and bombed his polygraph. It came back inconclusive.
Yeah.
And then it gets even shiestier and they pull the wife in.
Yeah. And that was shitty too because her ethnicity, she's from Japan. But she's been in the country for a while, whatever.
Right.
But there is always that language barrier. And
I mean, you can even see in the interview, the story that we watched, that she
Yes.
still has a heavy accent.
heavy accent, and you can tell like the interview that the cop was having with the mom, the wife, whatever. The questions that he was asking her were like just
So leading.
very leading, and like just setting her up for freaking failure.
Yeah, setting her up to answer the questions the way that
Yes.
he wanted them answered.
Yes, and let me tell you something. Knowing that like my brother's wife is from Thailand, and so she speaks both, you know, obviously. But like there are certain American words that she's like
That don't translate.
they don't translate, or like they mean something else like to them, or it's not a word that they're aware of or understand the actual meaning of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's completely fine. Like duh.
That's
like,
natural. Are you kidding me? I'm learning a second language with my husband and we're learning Spanish. And there's a lot of things that don't translate.
Yeah.
There's not a word for it in English or in Spanish. Like there's just a word for it in Spanish or there's just a word for it in English, and it does not translate.
Yes. And so that pissed me off because I was like, they were trying to defend and say that she went to school and has all these degrees in English and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, that's great. That's wonderful.
Well, you have to like, in order to come to America, you have to
that type of
prove
stuff.
that you can speak our language, and with a degree with a degree in English, you can do so.
Yes.
Like it's just extra bonus points for you to come and live and work in.
I can't imagine that is a very extravagant fucking English test. You know what I mean?
Well, and I imagine if she was trying to immigrate over here, she's going to do everything she can to make her immigration go as smoothly as possible and look as good as she can. So if she's going to take an English class and get a certificate in it, then more power to her. I mean, I would do the same thing if I wanted to move off to like Russia for some sort. I would do everything I could.
Please don't go there.
I won't. To do everything I could to learn the language, to prove that I know the language before I
Exactly.
to show that that the reason why I want to be there is legit. Like I can be there without being a problem.
Right. And so they were basically just making her confess.
Yeah, they were like leading her into the fact
that she agreed that this was a hoax.
Right.
And I don't think that she fully understood what that word meant. Like I really, really don't. You know what I mean? I think that she was genuine about it and was just like I just don't think that she understood, you know, because my brother's wife has asked me, but like, what is that? What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that? Yeah.
You know, or if I say something and then I explain it and she's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, and then I'll ask like, well, what does that mean like to you?
Right.
Like, how would you say it or
What's
whatever?
the reverse of this?
Yeah. You know, cause I'm always curious, but like, I don't like when people do that type of shit.
No,
you know?
what I mean,
It was just,
the cops are doing what cops do, man. They're trying to get answers to the question as quickly and efficiently as possible so they can pick up and move on.
Yeah, but this was not like a murder case.
No.
You know what I mean?
But,
This was
I mean-
not something that required those type of tactics.
But time was wasted. Resources were spent.
Yes, and I agree with that. But I personally don't think that it was a hoax and that they did it on purpose. I don't think that they did. I personally believe that the freaking cops felt shitty because
They couldn't find the kid.
they
in the
couldn't find the
house.
kid in the house, so they had to quickly change the direction of where everyone's focus was and what everyone was,
Right.
finding something else to fucking pin or point the direction to, because they didn't want to keep everything pointed at them. That they were there in the house for the
entire
for
time.
the 3
Since
hours
he called 911
Yes.
to when
They were
Falcon
there.
popped up. Right.
Are you
And I mean-
telling me that people were just standing around in the house twiddling their thumbs? There weren't other officers just like walking around, double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking things? I mean, the house was full of
people.
Mm-hmm. I just think that it was a mistake,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want to take the full accountability for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they felt like they needed to pin the cost of the resources on someone or make this a
Because they
giant
didn't wanna
story
eat it.
because it had gone national news within hours
Right.
of the fucking initial incident. So everyone was going to be looking at them to see how they handled this whole situation.
Right.
And then once the news got a hold of it, the fucking social media twisted everything around along with the news and
Right.
threw it all the fuck out there for everyone to see.
So now the cops are just backspinning.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I think about it. The whole
I
fucking
agree.
thing.
I don't think it was a hoax. I mean, I think what happened was Falcon got yelled at because his dad told him to GTFO.
get out of the saucer. Get out of the saucer.
Get out of the saucer. I have told you enough times. So
Yeah.
Falcon ran
and
off
he
and
even
pouted.
Falcon even
Yeah.
says that he did that.
Yeah. He's like, I just ran off to my new secret hiding place. And I remember being a little kid and like
Yes.
getting reprimanded and then stomping off and going and hiding somewhere. And like
Yes.
to teach my parents a lesson. So they're going to like
Especially-
look for me.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially around
Yeah.
that age.
Yeah.
And like it's weird kid logic, bro. And like it's crazy to me that like people don't understand like the comment that he just randomly said like on the interview like had nothing to do with anything that was happening in the present moment or what had happened with the freaking saucer. Like he's 6 years old. He has no understanding in his brain of
There's really
what
no-
even
context.
happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could tell him, the saucer, you could explain the whole situation to him and he would still have no comprehension of what actually happened or the like gravity of the
scope
situation.
why this is so important.
Yeah.
Right,
He's
right.
6.
Yeah.
Like I could be telling Chloe something and she'll be like, look at my water bottle.
You're like, no, Chloe, these are the nuclear launch codes. She's like, yeah, but stickers.
Exactly. And she's 4 and she's super smart. But
No,
like
Chloe, nuclear launch
But like
codes.
Xander, same way. He's 6, 7 years old. He's 7, but like he's the same exact way. Like all little kids are the same way, and like I don't understand how people don't like know that or are dumb or they're just latching on. They're in the echo chamber.
The echo chamber.
Yeah. Someone's like, "Oh, did you see this video of this kid, the balloon boy? He said that they did it all for the show last night."
yeah.
And then you're like, "Oh yeah, they did it all. He did it all for the show last night."
yeah.
So you automatically believe. So now yeah, he did it all for the show.
Did it all for, I mean,
But do you
like,
really
you
believe that?
have
Do you
to-
really believe that, or are you just saying that
I mean,
because
but
because people are telling you to believe that?
basing that off of the way the kid acted and the way the parents acted. And like I can feel like this is a hoax, like this is a scam, like this guy's just doing it for the views.
Yeah.
Right? Like I conflicted with myself this entire time.
I did too.
because I'm like, did he
I
did
kept
he
going
make up
back
this
and
whole
forth in my
story?
brain. I'm like,
no,
yeah,
there's no fluffing way.
No.
Did he make up this whole story? Nah. I mean, like the little kid's words got taken out of context. Was he doing this for the views? And then he said at the end of this, okay, a couple of things that got me is that he's like, okay, I didn't want another show to come from this. And so what are we doing? We are watching a show
Right.
on Netflix about the Heenies some odd years later.
Yes.
Giving him kudos,
Yeah.
screen time,
And
views.
he was also on Wife Swap 2 times.
Oh God, twice. I don't remember the second time.
In 2009. Remember? He went on Wife Swap during the like trial or whatever after like
oh yeah,
remember
yeah.
because he needed money.
That's right.
At least he's okay.
At least he's honest.
This is the reason why I don't think that he did it as a hoax, because he says shit like that.
That's very fair. You don't think he's smart enough. Fair. That's
You
fair.
know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like he's like, I needed the money, so yeah, why the
Yeah,
fuck
of
no?
course
I went
I
on
did it.
Wife Swap again.
Yeah.
Like shit, man.
but
Motherfucker, I need some cable.
most recently,
Most recently,
they've been pardoned
they have.
in 2020.
Yes, the governor of Colorado
Pardoned. them.
pardoned them, and
And this is another pardon where he didn't have to have an admission of guilt.
no, but
Yes.
also okay. No, what made me mad was
Oh, I
when
see.
he got arrested. So he hired that attorney David Lane, Love, David something.
The guy.
Anyways, he was like a really famous attorney at that time.
mhm.
When he like took the charges and pled guilty, like he didn't want to.
No.
Richard didn't want to plead guilty. He wanted to fight it because he was that adamant
Right.
that he would win
But since Mayumi
and that he was in the right.
is an immigrant.
Yes. His lawyer said, even told him, yes, you could fight this and absolutely win, but you need to think about your wife.
Right.
And
Because if she gets charged, they're going to deport her.
yes. And
break up your family.
Yeah. And so obviously they didn't want that. And so he took one for the team and essentially just pled guilty, even though he didn't want to,
Right.
which to me, first of all, I feel like that happens a lot in the world.
Yeah.
I feel like people
Because it sounds like they're pretty
get
persuasive over
pressured
there. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
Say
to
to
say
tell a
things.
certain story.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's really fucked up.
Welcome
Like-
welcome to anybody's judicial system.
Yeah, I know, but I saw it and I dealt with it in bail bonds a lot, which is why I got out of
Right.
it, because there was a lot of conflicts with, the bond side of things and then the court side of things,
Right.
and judges understanding the laws of bounty hunts or what bounty hunters can do or what bail bondsmen can do about their clients, whatever. There was just a lot of conflicting information,
Right.
and no one knew like where the solid ground was.
Right.
Like no one knew where the starting point was to look at to reference anything.
Oh.
So, so you could go to this judge and that judge would release you from the bond for valid reasons. You could go to the next judge in a different county and give them the same type of situation that would 100% release you from the bond because homeboy got rearrested on his own, which automatically takes the initial bondsman off of the bond.
Right.
And the judge says, no, you're still responsible.
Dude.
Then you have to try to fight it and like submit all these motions and like you have to then like it's just a whole thing, dude.
So the
it's-
system's fucked.
It is. Like it is really fucked and it's really sad to see it happen like in different situations
Facets,
like in
yeah,
my
like in
life,
this
like
one
on a
and
personal
then-
level.
yeah.
And I've even seen crazy shit that Trevor's dealt with and that Rana's dealt with that wasn't directly personal to me, but like things that they dealt with in that same industry. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Why is it like this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like we would have like high class, like legit fugitives, like this is non-show stuff, like actual fugitives that we're looking for,
Mm-hmm.
and we would call local PD to ask for assistance and they would tell us that they don't assist in that area or we don't help bounty hunters. We
Oh.
don't assist bounty hunters
Sorry.
or,
We don't like you.
and we're like,
Why?
exactly.
Don't you have an interest in this?
You could take them.
Yeah.
Like they get a good job,
An
buddy, for
attaboy.
getting this felon off the streets.
Right.
Or what? He has a warrant. Take him.
They're busy doing other stuff.
What?
They're busy doing other stuff.
Well, not only that, but most of the people that we locate, like they would have other things they could easily get additional charges on.
Dude.
Like it was just it's just crazy. It's crazy to see.
That system is.
It is.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
So I was happy to see that he took one for the team. It pissed me off that he was pressured to do so.
Right. But that he was pardoned.
He was but like why? What made that person why did that happen?
Probably because, I mean, they looked at it again and they were like, oh, okay, it's not a hoax. We'll drop your charges. We'll pardon you.
Because the police searched 3 times and didn't find the kid.
Well, I'm sure they, went through some things and found some things that weren't handled appropriately. I mean,
yeah.
As soon as this all ended and he got out of jail, they picked up and moved out of Colorado. And they're like, bye, guys. And then
they actually went to Florida.
Yep.
And they build tiny houses now.
That's hilarious.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
Did you look it up?
I did.
That's awesome. I was like, what do they do now? I want to know. Which I thought was really cool that they're, doing stuff.
They're using
still
their
doing
powers for good.
Experiments.
Yeah.
Building tiny houses and all of that fun jazz. But like, I don't know, man. I thought it was a good depiction of like how things can be taken out of context.
So far out of context.
And how like the world can just spin something around and then people become like so obsessed and so like they develop this hate and like this disdain like for these strangers because people
the narrative the media told them.
Yeah, they don't even know like the real story or anything like that until a documentary comes out or they know the person or they do their own research and like read through other interviews and articles and things that have happened or have a little discernment and consider the fact that he's only 6.
Yeah, a little bit of an open mind and understanding. Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
If people can't realize now or realize back
but
then
it's no fun.
In 2009 that like the
your
media
reality is
shit,
boring.
Listen, it's not. I've got a big family. When you have a big family, nothing is boring.
But like, you know what I'm saying? You're just telling us that like the facts we're supposed to focus on are not fun. So,
well, it's shitty.
It's shitty.
We
love blood. We love carnage. Shitty shit makes us happy. Okay. So like the worst we can make someone out to be, the better for us.
I guess.
I mean, or the happier we are, I should say.
For some.
That's fair.
I don't know. I think it's crazy.
For the masses.
Yeah. For all the sheeps.
The sheeps.
Yes. Anyways.
Speaking of sheeps, we love you.
I need
all.
a sheep out of here.
Same.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today.
Thank you.
If you liked this episode, drop a comment below, hit the like and subscribe.
Don't forget
all the things. Also, another announcement, same announcement.
Team Awesome.
Continuing. Team Awesome Podcast Studio. Please go over to that channel and hit subscribe, turn on the notifications. It is our podcast hub channel. So we do have a couple other shows over there, different genres of things that you guys can check out. Go check it out. There's fun stuff over there.
I mean,
we're be
over there.
Moving over there.
We're not over there yet.
No. It takes a long process to upload 50 videos.
57.
To that new channel.
And we want to make sure it's done right.
Well, and
so realistically, we're just doing it the right way.
Yeah.
That's all.
It's just a slow process.
It's just going to take some time because there's a lot of us and also a lot of you. So we want to do it right.
And I'm only one person and I can only do 5 things at one time.
Only 5.
So
guys, we're working on 6.
No, working on 6. I'm almost there. Almost there, guys.
No, don't do that.
Anyways, thank you for hanging out. We'll see you next week.
Girl, did you hear that crazy thing? Girl, did you hear what